Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome
Welcome.
to Everybody Wants to Be Us.
I'm Darcy.
I'm Robin and we're your hosts.
Yeah, baby. So you must all be wondering, like,
What's going on?
what we're doing, what we're
Who do they think they are?
for. Exactly.
This
Everyone
is so
wants to
stupid.
be us. Like,
It's quite the name, a bit
Yeah.
of intrigue, isn't it?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How are we doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm excited for this. I'm
Yeah.
ready, you know.
I can't believe we're actually sat here filming this right now though.
I know. It's been a lot of chat. It's been a lot of like messaging in the group chat about this. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we wanted to start a podcast about like fashion-y things. We
Yeah.
both work in the fashion industry.
We're
met
deeply in the industry, been in it.
we met studying fashion.
Yeah.
We became friends.
Studying in Amsterdam, we met up. That's how we became close.
We thought like, why not start a podcast just like talking about like the different
Yeah.
realms of fashion, like
Yeah, because
what-
we chat about it all the time anyway. Like, it's so sad. Like, our lives just revolve around it. So we were like,
and then all our friends just do like really cool, like interesting things. And I was like, we need to like
yeah.
start something and like talk to people about what they're doing.
Yeah.
'Cause,
And we meet all these people in the industry, like so many people, and we're like,
yeah, there's always just such like funny, gossipy, stupid, crazy,
every
dramatic
week some
things
story happens.
that's going on.
Like, oh,
And we were like, okay, this is not normal. We
Right.
should talk about this.
yeah, exactly.
In the iconic The Devil Wears Prada
The fashion film of the
of life.
of life, literally, not even of the century, just of life. Like, there's nothing competes.
And at the end, they're sat in the car.
Mm.
Andy's about to quit. Meryl turns to her and she's like, "Everybody wants to be us." And I just thought it was such a good name because it's like
it's perfect.
it talks about like looks so glamorous from the outside, and it's like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
it's doing that, like such an interesting intro. But when you get in the inside, like it's not all it's cracked up to be.
No,
sometimes.
no, it's like in uni, they like your tutors are like telling you like lower your expectations. You're like, no, I'm gonna be the next editor of Vogue.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the next Alexander McQueen.
Yeah, of course, obviously. And then you're in it and you're like, I couldn't imagine anything worse. All of the guests we're going to have on are very iconic. Like, trust me, like, you want to know them. Yeah, you want to know everything about them. You want to be them. So,
Yeah, that was partly why we chose the name as well. Like, I'm like so interested in everything that everyone does, and there's always like there's so many jobs in the industry that you just don't even know about before you enter it.
100%, yeah.
And then all our friends like doing all these jobs, and I'm like interested in everything. Like, I want to be all of them. So yeah, everybody wants to be us because I want to be everybody.
it's going to be like friendly chat, like just getting to know people, like what it's actually like in the industry, not like strict interviews about like business. It's just like we want to know what the ins and outs of like day-to-day life in like the fashion world is, because
Yeah,
we know and we hear all these great stories from like everyone that we know. But yeah, like they need to be out there. They're
Yeah.
too good to just be like hidden little fashion secrets.
yeah. Just clarify, we do love it as well.
But like I'm so deeply in.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I've always like loved every moment of it.
So we're gonna show you like the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. Yeah.
That's why we picked the name.
So what do you do, Miss Darcy?
So I've got my fingers in many pies. My 9 to 5, I'm a knitwear designer and production manager for a cashmere brand, where it's only like a small brand, so that means I do everything. Like the job role is expansive. Like I do like design and production from like concept to bulk, and I do a bit of wholesale on the end because, you know, why not? They'll throw in everything. And then I freelance as well because creatives can't just have one job. That's just not allowed.
You want here as well?
Third side hustle, let's go. So I freelance. I'm like co-founder of Crafts with Tiana and Darcy, which is we do workshops, we do events, we teach beginner classes, like one-off classes, like in crochet, in knitwear. They're like our specialist areas, but we do darning and other things as well.
And it's kind of popping off.
It is popping off. Like we've been at the V&A, we've been at like Soho House, all sorts. We're doing long-term courses as well, like they're starting soon.
Oh, fun. Okay.
So yeah, we've got like three actually separate long-term courses coming up. That are like weekly courses, as well as our teachers are just like beginners, like one-off. We've got a couple of like drop-in ones coming up at some like events. And then we also do a queer knit and crochet circle, like to get all the gays and girlies together Just do our instead of crocheting in bed, like
Yeah, come
watching
together.
Netflix, come together, knit together.
Yeah, it's nice that you like started a little community and it's
Yeah,
actually like
exactly.
people are coming to it and it's
A little like
something.
queer community. I'm like, yes, this is my space, this is my area, and we're all knitting and crocheting together. I'm like, perfect. So
Aw.
that's my little like touch of wholesomeness
Yeah,
in amongst all the chaos, but I love it. So
yeah.
yeah, that's kind of like the base of me. That very briefly, we're gonna delve
we'll-
into each other more in later episodes, but we're just giving you a little taster of what's going on now.
Yeah. I feel like we'll come on to like into each other maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Get into
depths
the
of like what
nitty-gritty.
we've been doing, like
Yeah.
what's going on. What about you, Mr. Simnet? What are you up to?
So I'm a bit of a jack of all trades. I kind of do a bit of everything. I studied design as well, but then I like moved on to more like, God, I don't even know.
Head start.
Yeah, no, I do. I've done like print design. I've done fashion design. I've done social. I work like mainly in social media now, like content creation. So I do a lot of like videography and photography. I've worked for like small brands. At the moment, I'm working for a lot of sports brands. Like, had stuff going down the runways in Paris, but then I've been like up a muddy mountain in Scotland, like shooting
In
behind the
shorts in the
scenes.
rain.
Like, I've worked on music videos. I've done a bit of everything.
Yeah, we're going to expand in later episodes.
Yeah.
We both have a lot to say. We've both done a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Like, we've had our moments. So, yeah, we're going to like delve into that later on.
Plenty of time to get into.
Yeah, exactly. Just a little taster for now.
Yeah. Just
to
introduce
take a taste
us.
for
Yeah.
dinner.
So we thought like we'd have a little segment every week where like in the Devil Wears Prada, like when Andy's running around, like she's doing all this stuff, like
Absolute chaos.
so we'll have like the Andy moment of the episode. Like when have you been most like her? Like what have you been doing where it's absolutely crazy and you're like, oh, this industry is actually like insane. Like people,
Yeah.
the demands, people expect
Yeah.
so much. We're hoping to get some submissions from you guys.
We will be doing submissions. They will be coming through on any of our social media platforms.
We're going to give you a few of ours in the next couple of episodes.
Yeah.
And then we want to hear more from you. Like, we want to know, like, what is the
Yes.
craziest thing that your creative director asked you to do? You were at Fashion Week and so-and-so, like, did what to you? Like, you don't have to name names, like,
No.
keeping it anonymous. But, like, we just
everything will
want
be
to...
anonymous. Don't you worry. Like, no names spilled. Just a little tidbit.
We want to, like, reveal back the curtain and just kind of show the
Yeah.
madness that is...
Yeah, your little Andy moment. Like, it doesn't have to be terrible as well. Like, it can just be, like, funny, like, ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
not my job role, but here we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna start with my Andy moment. This one's just kind of like a light-hearted one to like, you know, set the tone a little bit. Like
Yeah.
I've got some darker ones, but I thought it was like I'm gonna save them. So we're gonna start with a little light-hearted moment. So I was doing styling for a bit when I first came out of uni, which is absolute chaos. Like
Yeah.
it is probably like the most intense part of the industry that I've done. Like
I don't know how they do it.
I don't know
Kind
how
of
to
like
do it. Like
the amount of
it's-
coordination
yeah,
that they've got going on. Like,
the emailing, the finding the clothes, the getting the clothes, the getting everything together, getting it all to the shoot.
like sweet talking everybody. Like,
Yeah.
pulling favors every single day from... Yeah.
Yeah, like running around, like literally like pegging it round London
Yeah.
with giant suitcases, like suitcases that I could fit in.
Yeah.
Like zip me up into it, take me to the shoot. I mean, obviously there's that chaos before and like you're actually trying to like organize everything and get there. But so I was doing a shoot for Red Hot 100,
Yeah.
which is like, it's all the gingers. They all get, it's like a naked calendar shoot, but they also, they obviously have to have like, you know, some PG bits for like Instagram and content and things.
right.
So like I was doing some styling for that. But
So most of it isn't PG.
most of it is not PG.
Okay.
Most of it not require much styling.
So, yeah, I was gonna say like
yeah.
there's limited amount of styling. I think.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because like they're like, oh, can you come and style this like naked calendar shoot? And I'm like,
Huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
of course I can. So
Yes.
skimpy outfits, we love it. We love to see it. Me around all these naked men like. So we're getting there. We've had the chaos of like bringing all the things to the shoot, running around London. It's absolute mayhem. It's like 2 days before, and obviously like people are cancelled or like just not showing up to like give you the clothes that you've ordered, and then you're getting there,
Yeah.
and like there's all these models, and they all think they're just like them. I mean, they're all gorgeous. All
Yeah.
Get me wrong, but it's just like it's a very different dynamic to like the shoots that I'm used to working on. Like I normally do like e-com, like maybe like a bit of like social content, but like I'm like mainly e-com. It's like front back, like let get in out of the outfit
Yeah. Let's go for
quick,
it.
like, and it's all like very like commercial and like
Yeah.
easy. So then we're around all these like buff men that are like literally like nothing on. So we're doing all this styling, and they're like I'm literally like picking what red hot what underwear are going on what model, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm getting paid for this. Like, here you go. Like literally just like giving people underwear.
So when they're like so naked, are you like chatting to them like just like normal like?
Yeah, obviously I'm, into women, so I'm a lesbian. So that was just like, I'm like, I don't know where to look.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's literally someone on set whose job is to oil these men up. They're like baby oil,
I've
like
seen that.
spraying. They're like
Yeah.
spraying the baby oil on. They're rubbing it in.
That's such a weird job. Like, how do you
get
Is that the makeup artist or like how
it was the makeup artist that was
Yeah.
like, because I mean, like a makeup artist like on our shoots will put like moisturize the model's legs if needed and that kind of thing, which makes sense. But obviously like these shoots, they're like oiling them up, and this was in like a 70s shag pad. It was like
Oh my God, yeah, I remember
it was like it had like an inside pole.
Yeah.
It was all like the wooden walls, like a huge like yellow.
It's giving like
round
70s
bathtub.
porn vibes.
No, 100% they film porn there. Like I do not for a minute believe that they don't. Like that location is a porn
Yeah.
location. I was like touching the couches, like.
Spray.
But yeah, and like we're literally down there, and it's like I'm literally like my whole job. I'm getting paid for like a day's work.
Yeah.
My job is like literally just putting underwear on people and like swapping underwear around, and then they're like they all want their bulges to look bigger, and you're like stuffing underwear, and I'm like,
Really?
yeah. They're like, do you have anything I can stuff with? And you're like, and then it looks dodgy, and I'm like, have it been like, it doesn't look real. You need to like tuck it in the other direction. Me trying like manscape their area. It's like I was like, don't want to touch, but it doesn't look right. You're gonna have to adjust.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, you obviously when you see those kind of like underwear shoots, you know that like
Their bulges are not
not
that
real.
big.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
some
then,
of
like-
them were packing and didn't need to, but like, I think
Yeah.
most of them were packing. But they obviously, why not make yourself look bigger?
I still, yeah, you don't really think about like the dynamics of like the person that has to like actually like stuff that bulge.
Like,
Like,
a little woman coming in, and they're like, you just stuff this. I'm like,
yeah, sure, here we go. Yeah. Oh my God.
So yeah, and then like we'll go down, and it's like we've done all the like look shots.
Yeah.
So like there's like a hotel scene, and there's like a busker boy in like the little outfit, like the vintage
Okay.
look, and they've got this lady there who's back on the reception who's using this like matching Chanel like gorgeous look. It was
Yeah.
absolutely stunning, like hair to
Stunning.
the nines. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And then just these men in little tiny little like jock straps and tidy whities, and I'm like and then we go to the pool, and it's like their naked shoot, and like I'm just collecting underwear off naked men, and I'm like, thank you, and like having to hold it and give it back to them later, and then we go upstairs and they do another one in the bedroom, and they're all naked, and my job is just standing there holding underwear, and I'm like, I can't believe we get paid for this. Like,
And that's so funny. Like when you look at the pictures from the shoot, like it probably looks so glamorous, and then
so glamorous. And
there's
there's
just
just me in
like
the
behind the scenes, like you like holding this underwear, like that these you've just been stuffing these men's balls.
Yeah,
like,
and they've
now
been
you're like,
wearing it.
huh?
It's just like hot and sweaty, and I'm like, and they've been running around. In
That's
it,
so
and I'm
gross.
It's so grim. It's so grim, and they're like, yeah, just give it to the stylist. Give it to the stylist. And I'm taking the.
You're like, uh-huh.
And like, yeah. And
When you were younger, like, did you think that was going to be a job that you were going to have? Like,
no, like
it wasn't
never.
on your bingo card, wasn't on the vision board.
No,
it's not on
no,
mine either, to
It
be
was on the
honest.
vision board. It was definitely
No.
on the vision board.
So was that a real like learning experience for you?
Oh yeah, that was an experience for sure. Yeah, I didn't do much in the realm of styling. I left that industry side of the industry pretty quickly.
I also met like so many stylists that are like the loveliest people you've ever met,
Mm.
and then I've met a lot of stylists that are like, um, I don't want to offend anyone.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, you just have to be a certain level of wired to be able to do that job.
yeah,
Like the energy levels have to be high.
yeah.
I feel like if you're in that much chaos every single day, then
yeah.
of course you're gonna be chaos.
Every day, that's so true actually.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all these creative jobs are like chaos to a degree,
Yeah.
but like,
I mean, people definitely like look at us and they're like, they are fucking mad.
yeah. Were you happy when it came out though?
Oh yeah, I mean, it looked great. They sent me like the naked calendar, and I was like, thank you. I'm still going like hiding. I'm like, I don't know what I'm meant to do with this. Can you imagine if I just put that up in my room and then I had a girl over and it's just like, I'll just ignore that. It's just some work I did.
So like you could say like you think they shoot porn there. So like, do you think like when you
No.
left, did you leave at the end of the shoot, or did you leave and some people stayed? Like, do you think that?
I don't know. I don't think they were shooting from like Red Hot. Like,
No, yeah, okay, yeah, no,
that's a very like legit brand.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like even it was just like the
After
whole
hours behind the scenes.
yeah, like the whole setup, like it looked. I mean, it gorgeous, but like
Yeah.
so like I'm sure all the sex that's been filmed there is like so like aesthetically beautiful and
Yeah.
hanging on the couch. But yeah, I mean beautiful, but just 100%. It was such a like it just was like a 70s shag pad, like all of the furniture, like when the furniture is like low to the ground as well.
Yeah.
Like it's giving like roll off into the like sunken.
Low like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's giving like sunken living room kind
Yeah,
of vibe.
That's so
like,
hot.
Yeah.
It should be a thing again.
Like I need
That's
it.
on. Yeah, that's on
That
the
is
house
that,
mood board.
yeah. That is on the house mood board for sure. But like, yeah, even the fact like the bathtub was like that, like it would just you'd feel like you were in a swimming pool if you went in it on your own. It was too big. Just like little steam room next to the pool. I was like loads of glass. Like everything was just like glass looking into the next room. There's no privacy. They weren't going for privacy.
Yeah. Sexy.
Yeah, it was hot.
Would you do it again?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, great gig, really. Just like handing underwear about us, perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone was so nice. Like everyone on set was just like, because
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a fun shoot as well. Like so, like when you go to an ecom shoot, it can be a bit dead. Whereas like this is like a fun shoot. It's like a fun day out. Like all the boys are like together having a good time. Like
Yeah.
the director, like Tom Knight, is just
Good
like
vibes.
incredible, like really just like a nice guy. Yeah, it's just like everyone's just really lovely there, but you just don't even think about that sort of like area of like you're trying to style things with like minimal clothes,
Yeah.
so still having it look stylish. But
Was there like a behind the scenes person on set? Like, were they capturing you doing all this madness? Is there a video out there of you stuffing these men's bulge?
no,
Okay.
no, I don't. Yeah. Yeah, there was definitely backstage, but I think that area, yeah, the changing zone was
Wasn't part of it.
no,
Yeah,
no. But yeah, I mean it was a great day. That was actually like it was actually so much fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like an experience. I was like, I've seen too many things.
Yeah. Fresh out of uni.
Yeah, fresh out, literally like fresh. That was like one of the first jobs I was doing out of uni.
Yeah.
Like, what, like throw you into the industry? Let's go.
Yeah. Here we are. The glamour,
Yeah,
the realness.
glamour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what about you? Give us a little insight into one of the many stories from your life.
So also like in the Devil Wears Prada, when they are getting prepped to go to Paris, and Emily does this crazy diet where she like doesn't eat, and then when she feels like passing out, she
Yeah.
eats a cube of cheese.
I did that diet when I was a teenager. These films are not good.
They're so
They're so
bad.
bad.
Like so.
I was like, I'm gonna be a fashion girly.
Yeah, it's awful.
Terrifying.
So, but we eat it up when you're younger, and you think that
Eat up now.
you go to such extremes to like have this glamorous life,
Yeah.
or like try and live that fancy. So I guess like this is the cheese diet moment of the week. I'll set the scene.
Yeah.
I'm going to Paris. It's fashion week. Going there, doing a bit of work. I'm also working with a sports brand that's doing work at the Rugby World Cup, which is going on at the same time. So I'm going out a few days early. I'm having fun with my friends.
Busy.
We're having a good time.
Living at the Fashion Week lifestyle.
I'm there the week before. We're doing a bit of work. I come back. I go back again on the Friday. I'm so excited. My friends are there. We're going to have such a good time. Like, when I meet up with them.
We're
some of
almost
them were,
coming out to see you.
yeah, people had booked to come out. Some of my friends were working with the brands they work with at the shows that day. And then I met up with them. We went out and we were having a good time. So we're going out. We're having a good time. We're
Yeah.
meeting people. We're mingling. We're making friends. We're sneaking bottles of tequila into Soho House so we don't have to pay for the drinks. We're hopping on bikes, cycling around the city from one thing to another.
Yeah. Those
Not
Uber bikes.
advised when drunk. Not advised when
No.
drunk, you know?
Used to cycle a lot drunk in Amsterdam. We were
Yeah.
obnoxious.
It's a choice, you know, and you know everybody can tell you not to. Everybody can tell you yeah, to wear a helmet, but half the time you don't listen until you're brought back down to reality. So we're cycling drunk and we survive.
Yeah.
We go to bed after a long night. We wake up hungover. I stayed at my friend's house. I'm running back to my Airbnb to get changed, to then rush back out, meet them again.
Because busy, the fashion week lifestyle is calling.
Yeah, I've had 4 hours sleep. I'm really hungover, but like, let's go. Like, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
We meet up. We go for a really sexy Korean in Paris. Are we naming things on this? Like, should we? Yeah.
Name one, yeah.
We're going to On the Bab in Paris, like sexy Korean fried chicken, like Peggy Goo sat on the table a few tables away from us. We're like, oh my, such a sexy day. The sun is shining. Okay, we finish up. We're hopping on a bike.
Yeah.
Clarify, we're not drunk now. We haven't drunk.
We're hungover, but we're not drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, as in by not drunk, I mean no alcohol has been consumed
On this day.
on this day. Well,
Yeah.
I mean early in the morning on this day, but not since I've slept.
Yeah.
So
Not since you've woken up.
yeah, and then we're hopping on the line bikes. Insert pictures here. If you're listening and you want to see these pictures, go check out the full episode on YouTube, or we'll put it on our TikTok as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we're running around. We're looking good. We're looking sexy. We're on our way
Yeah.
to an event. We're cycling along, and then my line bike.
Paris lifestyle.
Yeah. Rushing along, feeling the wind in your hair, feeling amazing with some of your best friends.
Yeah.
Like, they've just slayed at these shows. Like, you're just having such a good time. I'm really excited for like my work people to come out in a few days. And I'm going to be here for a month. I'm meant to
Yeah.
be staying in Paris for a month.
Busy. I know you were gone. I was like, when am I going to see you?
I was like, this is it. I'm like moving to Paris. I'm going to find the love of my life. I'm going
Yeah.
to find a sexy French person. We're
I know.
gonna
I
fall
was
in
like,
love.
I thought it was going to happen. I was like, he's going to move to Paris. I'm going to have to
This is
learn.
it.
I'm going to have to move to
This
Paris.
is it. And I'm telling my work, I'm like, I'm being serious. Like, I'm going to Paris and I'm going to be handing my notice in at the end of the month because I'm going to have found somebody. We're going to be living in Paris and
Yeah.
we're going to be having a good time. Like,
This is going to be my life
thank you for
partner.
the opportunities, but I'm not. I'm
I
yeah.
know you're taking me to Paris to
But-
work, but
but-
that is going to be the end of it.
Yeah.
It's going to be game over at the end of that. Trust me.
Obviously, half joking, half very serious.
Yeah, 100%.
So then we're cycling along, and my line bike starts cutting out. The electricity starts cutting out. Without the electricity, those bikes are actually really fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they're heavy when you just kick them off the stand.
exactly, yeah. And then when you've got the electricity going, it feels easy, but that's because it's doing like
Half the work for you.
yeah,
at
a
least.
large part of the
Yeah.
work. So then my friends' bikes are still running fine, so they're like zooming ahead. So I'm like, fucking hell, like, okay, I need to keep up. So smart thing would have been just to get off
Get
the
a
bike
new one.
and get a
Yeah.
new bike. Would have
Like,
taken
'cause
about
Uber
2
bikes
minutes.
are everywhere.
Everywhere.
You know, why would you stay on a broken bike when you could just go past one of the ones that you probably cycle past anyway?
Well, these are questions we ask ourselves in retrospect, which perhaps, you know, they don't always come to you at the time.
yeah. Retrospects, you know.
A few of my friends are like zooming ahead, and my electricity's like now cutting in and out. It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. And then my friends like, come on, like put those big legs to good use,
Yeah.
like
Picking up the ego, and you're like, yeah, Jim.
put these calves to
Here we
good
go,
use.
yeah.
And then the momentum of me like swaying from side to side, of like me like trying to cycle fast, like powering
yeah.
through, the front wheel like jumps, and then I like catch it and I bring it back, and then I think I'm fine, and then 2 seconds later it happens
Why would
again,
you stop?
and I go flying off the handlebars. But
Oh.
the bike's so heavy, I don't have time to throw it out of the way. I land forehead first on the pavement. My forehead takes the whole impact, and my vision just goes. I don't pass out, but my vision's gone. I remember thinking still. I remember like my brain was still working, but my vision was gone. I like open my eyes, and blood is just pouring from my forehead. During
Every
this
time I hear this story, it makes me like fucking go.
during this time, I've not made a single noise. This is just I've been
Silent.
mute. I don't know if this is like I don't know what's going on, but
Shock has kicked in. Robin is silent for the first time in his life.
there is no screaming as I'm flying over the handlebars. It's just me hitting the ground at speed. Boom. A few of our friends have like zoomed ahead because their bikes are still working fine.
Yeah.
My friend Mimi, she's next to me. She's the most squeamish person I've ever met in my life. And she's the one that witnesses me flying off my bike, smashing my head onto the pavement.
Oh. Like,
And
how did you not die? Do you know? Oh,
So
you're
this
so lucky.
is- the moment I nearly died at Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah.
If my head have landed slightly off a
It's pure
slightly
luck,
different
it's
angle,
pure
like my
luck.
neck would have literally like snapped, broken off. Anyway, I like stand up at that moment. Like I'm such a person that's like, oh, I always feel like I'm being annoying. I'm like, oh, I'm just annoying. I'm in the way
it's
now.
just
These
a little
people are
fall. Oh,
like,
no.
it's such a busy road. Like there's so many people cycling behind
Yeah.
me. And everyone's like, have to stop because I'm like fucking being an attention seeker, falling off the bike. That's what's going on in my head. So I'm just like,
God, Robin,
I just like
stop.
stand up and I'm like, I need to get out this road. I need to get out this road. But well, it's on a bike path, not like the
Yeah.
main road, which is slightly better so I wasn't like
Bit
flying
less
into
safe,
like
yeah.
a car. Blood's dripping down my head. The night before I wore like
You
an
are
all.
bad with blood. You are squeamish.
I am quite squeamish, but I'm better with my own blood. Like seeing other people's is a lot worse. But like for some reason in that situation, I don't know if it was like shock, adrenaline.
Yeah.
Like I just
You
kind
didn't
of
have time
like
to think
snapped
about
to, and I was like stood up, blood pouring from my head, vision like going like vroom, vroom, vroom. And then I was like, get this bike out of the road. I went to the side. Mimi grabbed me and she was like, sit down, sit down.
She's like, no, back on the ground.
And she went,
Sit on
getting,
the
you're
ground
getting,
before you fall on the ground.
yeah, well, yeah, true. She turns to me, she's like, you're getting blood on your white shirt. And I was like,
It's fashion week and there's blood on your white shirt and we will not be able to get that out.
a white shirt that I'd made myself as part of my like uni final collection. The night
Yeah,
before I was wearing like all black and now I'm wearing like white and beige. So like, of course this happened now. Also, I was riding the bikes drunk the night before, absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Sober in the middle of the day at 3 p.m. Here we are. So I think, I'm going to sit down. By this point, like after the friends that have gone ahead have heard Mimi scream, they've come back, they've sat me down.
They heard Mimi scream. Robin's mute, but Mimi is screaming.
Mimi's screaming loud and like she's not. I think
She
I've
is
scarred the
not
girl for life.
okay.
I'm really sorry, Miss Simpson. Our friend Molly has like cycled back. She grabs me and I'm like sat on the floor. And she's like, "No, lie down." And then I'm lying there. I've got Molly holding my hand on one side. I've got Mimi.
Molly is
on the other
the
side.
organizer. She is the like
She's the
we are
Capricorn queen.
yeah,
She's sorted. Like she's getting
Yeah.
everything in line.
straight off of Victoria Beckham runway, and she's on.
And she's yeah, cradling my head on the floor. Very so glamorous, so glamorous.
glam.
Everybody wants to be us. And then and then all these people are starting to come out of the shops nearby. Like these people are bringing me water, they're bringing me chocolate, like they're trying to make my blood sugar higher, etc.
Yeah.
And then it's now like a scene. Like there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? I'll sit down for 20 minutes and I'll be okay. But I don't know what's actually happened because when something happens quick,
Yeah,
you don't know
yeah.
like what.
You don't even really realize you've actually just hit your
yeah.
crane on the floor.
Like I knew my skull hadn't broken because I think I would have. I just there was something in me and I was like, I know I've not like actually fractured
Yeah,
my skull.
yeah.
But like I don't know what's going on. I don't know like the amount of skin that's come off. Like I don't know. I all I can see is
can't
blood
see
dripping.
it. Yeah.
And people looking at me like,
And for blood to be dripping, it's like
yeah. Anyway, this French couple behind us saw the whole thing happen. They're ringing an ambulance. They're translating to English for us, like absolute our saviors. We didn't get their names, but I've got pictures of them. Here they are. Like, blessed. Thank you so much. The ambulance comes. I've got Mimi holding my hand on one side, Molly on the other. Mimi's so squeamish. She's like shaking while she's holding my hand, and I just have to like drop her hand. And I'm like, can you actually just like
Leave me
take a back
alone.
seat because like right now you're
making it
making me more stressed, and I'm going through like stages.
Someone brought her chocolate because they were worried about her. And
Well,
they
she
were like,
started
"This
eating
girl's
my
gonna
chocolate
pass
bar.
out."
Molly was like, "That's meant to be for Robin." And she's like, "No, it's for me. It's for me. I'm because I'm so panicked." So fair enough. She needed it more than me, to be fair, at the time. I'm going through stages of like shock where like I'm just like pissing myself laughing. I'm like, I can't believe this has just happened to me. Like I'm literally not even. I'm not even on holiday. Like, I'm here to work, and I'm like
And you're smashed into
about
the
to
ground.
die.
Yeah.
And then versus stages of like shit, like what I've actually done. I'm staring up at a cloud, like trying not to pass out because like when you're concussed, it's not good to.
Yeah, you gotta
if you
stay
want to
awake.
feel like going to sleep, yeah, you have to stay awake.
Yeah.
Anyway, this ambulances arrive. Oh, while this has happened, by the way, I've turned to Mimi and I've gone, make sure you get some pictures.
The girls were on the content because I I'm back home in the UK, right? Living my life, doing my thing. And the next thing you know, I go on Be Real, and there's fucking posts of Robin smashed on the floor, like blood everywhere. I'm like you can see there's this like literally huge gash across your face, and like I'm like, who the fuck is taking photos of this boy? Like, what if he dies? What if he has like a brain hemorrhage? I'm like, and the content's going up. The girlies looking cute. Mimi's slaying. Molly's slaying. Like,
So I did tell them to take
you're-
photos.
you look great in the shot. And it's like I was like, that's being posed, but like also you've got a head injury and you're in a neck brace, but also the jaw's fucking popping. Like,
In this photo, like, I look like I'm posing really hard. That's me staring up at the cloud, trying not to pass out. Like, I'm not like, Mimi, get the shot. Like, I'm literally thinking, don't pass out. If you pass out right now, you might not come awake. You might go into a coma. Like,
oh,
so, but
yeah.
Mimi had an accident the year before where like this metal railing had fallen on her head. And then a few months afterwards, she was like, oh, I kind of wish somebody had taken some photos because now that I'm better, I want to see what I look like. So I always used to say to them, like, if anything ever happens to me like that, like, take some pictures. I'm not going to be offended. Like,
You're a
go for it.
content boy. Like,
I just like to see,
Yeah.
I like to document things, you know? I want to
you
see.
document our lives. Like, yeah, you document everything I do, and I love it. Like, I don't. My camera gets no use, and you just do all the
Yeah.
documentation. I love it. I appreciate it. I'm glad that is your role.
Thanks. I mean, my memory is just so bad. I think that, like, one day I'm not going to be able to remember all this stuff. So I want to be able to look back at all these pictures of all this stuff.
Yeah, I remember all the shit that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as soon as it happened, I turned to Mimi and I was like, make sure you get some pictures. So yeah, the ambulance men arrive. Like, they
The
turned
girls
to
were
me.
posing though. You might not have been posing, but the girls were posing.
They were a little bit. They were a little bit. Yeah. It does look like you could literally just put like Balenciaga on
Yeah.
it, and they would look like a campaign, like
100%, yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because I think a lot of people on Instagram maybe thought like it was
Oh,
fake at first.
yeah, no.
And also because I'm like woo, like haha, like on
Yeah.
Instagram. I don't
think
think
until
people
you're
are
actually being
serious.
lifted up by because I didn't. To be honest, I was like, what is happening here? Because if I hadn't have seen the cut on your head, I would have just been like, what have they roped all these people into? 'Cause
Yeah.
when you're in the neck brace getting carried into the ambulance, I was like, shit, this is
This is
bad.
That's
This
the
is
moment that
so
I started
bad.
freaking out as well because I was looking at people and I was like looking at my friend Polly. She was looking at me and her eyes were just like, this is not good. And I was like, can you stop looking at me like that, please? Like, I don't know what's going on.
Just
And then
stop
when
looking
they
at me, let's just pretend it's okay.
when they started like lifting me up and putting a neck brace on me, I thought, fuck, this is serious. Like, I don't like. This is really bad.
People don't have neck braces for just giggles, you know.
No, and I thought I was going to be standing up again in 10 minutes, like go to this event. Like, no. Anyway, they lift me up, they put me in the ambulance. Yeah, basically they take me to hospital. They quickly learn that like I've not broken my neck. So the reason they put you in a neck brace is because they don't know what you've done to your spine yet.
Yeah.
So thankfully, luckily, I've not broken my spine.
Thank
Nothing.
God.
They're like, can you walk? And I was like, well, I'll try walking. So I like stand up off the bed and I like try walking. And then they're like, oh yeah, you can walk. And then take the bed away and just like, oh, okay, like now you can walk around, like so go sit in that room. And I was like, no, I can walk, but I can't walk.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna pass out if I carry on standing up. Like
Yeah.
I was just walking to show that like I've not broken my spine.
Yeah.
And then so they walk me into this room like where to be like triaged, and then I just lie. There's not a bed in there, and I sit down on the chair. My head is absolutely throbbing. I've just smashed it into tarmac at speed.
Yeah.
My neck's not. I don't want to balance this head, so I just like lie down on the floor, and the man comes into the nurse comes into the room, and he's like, "Sir, what are you doing? Like, get up! Like, you can't be lying on the floor." And I'm like, I've just literally nearly
what am I
died on
meant
the floor.
to
Like, I can't sit up. And he was like, we can't sit on the floor. Like, get up. And I just turned to my friend Molly and I'm like,
You need to deal with this.
I'm not getting up off this floor. So can you just like,
Can you sort him out? Please?
yeah, like I'm not like,
I'm here now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they bring a bed back in. They get me in. They like they work out that like basically they think I just need some stitches.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, no, it is worse than than that.
Yeah.
They leave us for a few hours. I'm on a bed like in the waiting area. Molly's like sitting on the bed with me. We're like watching like the new McQueen show on her phone, like
Yeah.
live stream. And then the nurse like thinks, I don't know what she thinks we're doing, like canoodling on the bed, like watching something. But she was like, "This is a hospital, like get off the bed, like." But we're
Yeah.
still in hospital, like committed to the cause, like
Yeah.
keeping up. Yeah,
Even with head injury, I've got to live stream the McQueen show. Like,
yeah. And then we get,
wasn't it the last Sarah one?
yeah, I think so. Yeah. So we
I was
wanted
live
to see
streaming
what was
that
happening.
while we were in the office, and I was like, doo, doo, doo.
Yeah. Not a moment to be missed.
No.
And then I start tasting like blood in my mouth, and I'm like, I'm now like, there was no cut below my eye.
Yeah.
It's not like dripping into my mouth. Something like internally is not good. So I tell them this. They like to decide that they're gonna have to like do a
Brain scan.
brain scan to
Yeah.
check how the internal bleeding is. We're then taken into this room. We're like left there for a while, and I thought, you know what? We're in this room. Why not film a TikTok? Why not? You know.
Content, always content.
It's just fun, you know. Like, what else are we gonna do right now? Like, I mean, yeah, I'm like nearly dying. I feel like I'm dying on this sofa, on this bed right now. But like, that's all fun and games, isn't it? So at the time, this was Tube Girl era.
Yeah.
Back in
Yeah,
September.
yeah.
I was like Tube Girl, like hospital edition.
Yeah.
Like Molly, like wheeling the bed in, like me, like da 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 da. We post it. And this is now the first thing that I've posted about the accident, because I'm not posting
Yeah.
any pictures yet, because
Yeah.
I'm a bit preoccupied. But I just
Yeah.
posted the TikTok straight away, because I'm just like, whatever. And then my phone starts like buzzing with people like,
Off.
what the hell is going on? Like, have you died? Luckily, my mum and my dad don't have TikTok.
Yeah.
I think I'd rang my mum at this
I was
point.
going to say, can you imagine if that's how they found out?
Yeah.
My mum would kill me herself.
Yeah, I'd rang my mum at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think she understood how serious it was at the time.
No.
I'm a clumsy boy anyway, so I think just being
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm in hospital.
yeah,
Like,
injury
I think she was
prone.
concerned, but I don't know if she fully understood.
She was just probably just like, oh, here you go
Yeah,
again.
that was probably a moment where I taken it a bit too far. We left hospital after like 10 hours in there. We went home, and I thought our friends had like back to the Airbnb. Our friends had like ordered us food, like we ate, and I just went to bed. And I was expecting to wake up the next day with like the worst headache I possibly could ever have, because I thought at the time I didn't feel that bad, but it was because
Yeah.
I thought it was shock, adrenaline, etc.
Yeah.
Thought I'd wake up, feel like death. I woke up and I was like, oh, don't feel too bad actually.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go out? Like, why don't we spend the day out in Paris? Like, I thought like I'd be like, my friends go out, like I'll stay in, like don't worry about me. No, I was like, yeah, sure, let's go out. We go out, we get a coffee, we get a croissant, we're walking around, we get a little like a little ice cream in the sun. The sun is shining. It's September, a bit of a Indian summer, you know. We're seeing my friends like brands posters on the walls, like we're getting sexy pictures outside. I'm walking around with a massive like plaster on my head. And then later that day, our friend works at Casablanca, and they were having their after party
Yep.
at the Louvre. And I was like weighing the options of like, okay, it's now like 9 p.m. We're having dinner. The concussion is kind of like starting to hit me properly now. Like the shock has worn off,
Yeah.
and the throbbing, the sickness, etc.
Yeah.
has started.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, let's think about this for a second. I don't know when I'm next gonna be asked to go to a private party at the Louvre. Like, you know, it's pretty sick.
I would not have let you go. And there is no way on this earth.
Well, you know,
I wouldn't let
like,
you out that whole day.
yeah, I was weighing it up.
We'd have been arguing.
Yeah, there would have been some.
You'd have been like, you worry too much.
Yeah, it's fine. So we went for dinner, and we went back to the flat, had a little lie down, and you thought, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna drink. There's not gonna be any like, I'm not gonna consume anything that's gonna like make me feel worse. But I'm gonna go for like an hour and a half max. See what the vibe is, just to experience it, because like
Yeah.
it's the fucking Louvre, like
Yeah.
it's pretty sick. So
Yeah.
I went, I had a good time. I was there with this massive like plaster on my head, like sunglasses on the whole time, and somebody came up to me and was like, "Are you on drugs? Like, why are you wearing sunglasses inside?" And I was like, "No, I'm I'm concussed. Like, I literally just nearly died."
These
Like,
lights are ruining my mind.
yeah, it's not good. After like an hour and a half, 2 hours, I was like, you know what? I think I've had my fair share. I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave my friends here. They have a good time. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna sleep. And then yeah, I'm glad I went. It was a really fun time, but not a good idea. If you ever have a head injury, do not go to a
I'm
party
not
the day
glad you went.
afterwards.
No.
No, I mean, I say this
You
to like,
spent the next like 2 months in bed, like in the dark.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
No.
I don't think the party helped.
No.
The like absolute loud bass, like me stood next to the speaker, like I'd be shaking
Going
through
out
my
the
body,
day
like
after as well. You probably should have just been chilling for like a good.
yeah, me
just,
putting
like,
on my story like lol, like
Yeah.
partying, but I've got a concussion. Like that's not funny. Like
No, I was literally at home like, what is this boy doing? I was like stressed. I
Yeah.
was like, he is so silly.
So yeah, that's it was quite serious actually, and then so afterwards it did get worse and worse in
Yeah,
the coming days.
yeah.
But I don't think we've got time for that in this episode.
No,
I'll have to carry that on in
no.
another one.
There's plenty more.
Yeah.
We can delve back into this story. There's some little other tidbits that I want to hear
Yeah.
you share. But yeah,
But that
Let me
that was a
know.
moment when I took the glamorous life too
Too
far.
far.
Look after
Too
yourself.
far,
Get off
yeah.
bikes when you need to. Get
Wear
some more sleep.
helmets.
Wear helmets. Line bikes don't have them in the baskets. But
Yeah, they
that's
should.
my excuse. But yeah,
Don't go on broken bikes.
don't go on broken bike. If you get on a broken bike, get off.
Yeah,
Even
there
if it
are
costs you an
bikes
extra
everywhere. There's no
pound to
excuse.
unlock another bike.
Yeah,
It's better than spending 3 months in bed with a
Yeah.
concussion.
yeah,
Yeah.
that exactly.
So, should we sign off?
We should sign off.
Is this it? Is this the end of our first
It
episode?
is.
This is crazy.
So yeah.
So
This
yeah.
is us. This is Everyone Wants to Be Us. If you want to follow us, we're Everyone Wants to Be Us Pod.
Like, subscribe, watch the full episode on YouTube
Yeah.
with all the pictures we talked about.
Yeah.
Or catch the clips on TikTok. Get into it. Start submitting your Andy moments,
Yeah, we
your
wanna
cheese
hear
diet
about
moments.
what's been going on in
Yeah.
your moments, your life.
Go onto our Instagram, our TikTok, and follow the links there where you can subscribe and
Yes,
submit
yes.
your moments. All anonymous.
Of course, everything's anonymous.
Yeah.
For everyone, even if you put a name, we're not naming.
Yeah. So yeah,
great
thanks
stuff.
for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed. This is
Yeah.
this is a new
This is
venture.
exciting.
Yeah, we want to be professional talkers.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We do enough of it. We should get paid.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.